Beauty in Black Season 2 left us absolutely wrecked, and before you even try to process everything that just happened, let me tell you that Season 3 is already shaping up to be the most explosive chapter this show has ever delivered because nothing about this story is finished, and if you thought the Bellary Empire falling apart meant the danger was over then, you clearly have not been paying attention to how this show works, because prison walls do not stop powerful and desperate people, they just change the game, and the Bellaries are still very much in it. Jules is grieving his son, and that grief is not the quiet kind. It is the kind that turns into something dark and uncontrollable, and Norman, who just discovered the truth about his wife, is not exactly in a rational state of mind either. And when you put two broken and dangerous men together in the same space with all that betrayal sitting between them, you're not getting an alliance, you're getting a war between them before they ever think about going after anyone else. And then there's Olivia, who might actually be in the most terrifying position out of all of them because she walked into prison already carrying a debt she cannot pay. And we all know the kind of people who are owed that money do not care about your circumstances, and they certainly do not stop collecting just because you're behind bars. So Olivia being in prison might genuinely be more dangerous for her than being on the outside ever was. And Season 3, being the final season of the show, means the writers are not going to be gentle with their characters, so brace yourself for some goodbyes that are going to genuinely hurt. But in the middle of all that darkness, the Season 2 finale also gave us the moment we had been waiting for, because Kimmy stepping up and taking complete control was everything, and watching her outplay the entire Bellary family and bring the FBI crashing down on them felt like a release of every single episode of frustration we had been holding on to, and that scene alone made the whole season worth it. What nobody expected was Kimmy and Mallory actually working together instead of destroying each other, and seeing them take down Roy as a team was one of the most satisfying things this show has ever done. And yes, Mallory, casually smoking while her house burned behind her, was an absolutely unhinged and iconic moment that somehow made us root for a woman we spent seasons not trusting, and even now, with everything we know about her past and her childhood and everything she survived, there is still this feeling that her story about Horace is a little too conveniently told and a little too perfectly designed to make Kimmy lower her guard. So whether Mallory is being completely honest or playing the smartest long game in the room is something Season 3 is going to have to answer. Horace finally coming back was the emotional exhale the show needed, and now that he is free from all the chaos that was weighing him down, he is positioned to have a much bigger and more meaningful role in the final season, which honestly feels earned after everything he went through. But the name that is hanging over Season 3 like a storm cloud is Lena, because she did not appear in Part 2 at all, and that silence is not comfort. That is a warning, because after everything the company did to her and the damage that was caused to real people, because of Bellary corruption, Lena has every reason to come back harder than ever, and with Kimmy now in charge, the question is whether she will try to go to war or actually try to fix what her family broke, because Kimmy is different from the rest of them, and she has the resources and the mindset to help the people who were hurt, and that choice between revenge and redemption is going to define everything about the final season. With Season 1 arriving in October 2024 and Season 2 in September 2025, the pattern points to Season 3 landing sometime toward the end of 2026, and yes, the wait is real, but the confirmation came before Part 2 even finished airing, which tells you exactly how confident they're in where this story, and so stay locked and follow for every update, and drop your predictions in the comments, because this final season is going to change everything.